just days to go before Christmas, and for children and wives around the world, this is pretty much the best time of year. For husbands and grandparents, it's probably the worst. I'm joined now by Professor Vince Mitchell. We're going to talk about Christmas trends. What's a big trend that we're looking at in terms of selling to consumers this Christmas?
Well, the two things, there's a confluence that companies can exploit, consumers can exploit. Normally, it's one or the other. Here, it's a double win situation, and that is group buying online. Social media have allowed groups of buyers to connect so that they can now demand a better price. And there are suppliers out there who are willing to do that. So a great example of that would be Groupon, which is a group of people get together. They get suppliers for teeth whitening, for Christmas gifts in particular, is very prevalent at the moment, and you can get it with massive discounts.
So what kind of discounts are we talking about?
We're talking up to 70 to 90%.
Wow.
That's not the only phenomenon. What we're also seeing is these select membership clubs. So Costco is a membership organisation. What we're seeing that is going up to the elite. So designer brands, like I've got some examples here. For example, VentePrivée.com, Guild Group. They're targeting highly selected customers who they know are going to be interested in, saying, as a special purchase, you can come into our group, usually by invitation, and say, you get only these offers to you. So what they don't do is they're not discounting their brands in the high street. They're only giving special privileged people who they want to have special price privileges.
Discounts and Christmas don't always go together, do they? Because for shops and retailers, this is the biggest time of year to make all their profit. So is this a change in trend? I mean, are we seeing the sales come early?
What's changed is the recession has changed the rules of business. It used to be that it was all in the Christmas sales after Christmas. Now people are looking for bargains throughout the year. And these are ways of organisations able to manage that demand with a highly selective audience without promoting to the world massive price discounts which might actually damage their brand. So another example of that would be things like geolocated. So very specific areas, you look at something like Voucher Cloud. Right? What they do is they get you download an app and they will give you vouchers for places just within where you live. Now that doesn't give the whole world that price discount, but it does give you a privilege price in that particular area.
So what do I do to join these clubs? Where can I get the biggest discount for my beautiful wife this Christmas?
Some of them are just available online through Google searches. Some of them are by invitation only, so it's probably if you know someone who's a really good shopper, ask them, because they usually have some savvy about this. They have already explored some of this. But also watch out for these random thing called flash sales. So these have been very popular recently from Dell Outlet and Threadless, where basically they're like pop-up stores on the internet, flash sales, massive discounts, but only available for like 24 hours. Lastminute.com have been having amazing success with some of those recently.
So we could be seeing maybe the biggest discount for a generation this Christmas. Should actually go out and start shopping straight away.
I think that the suggestion is get online quickly and stay online this Christmas.
Now, we've touched on this. Companies, it's natural to get greedy at Christmas time. Everyone's spending money, but not all companies are going for just the big bucks, are they?
No. Actually, this Christmas, what's nice to see is that companies are really stepping up to the plate in terms of putting their corporate social responsibility, actually helping them to make profit in one of these things that are called RAKs, Random Acts of Kindness. So let me give you an example. Interflora, through monitoring tweets, have been sending flowers to people who, when looking at their tweets, deserve to have a little boost in the day from Interflora.
Right, so it's not going to be just from some mysterious lover that have found out where you live. This is actually a company going out of their way to brighten up your day.
To make random acts of kindness. KLM are now monitoring tweets to give little presents to their travellers. So they found out, for example, someone's going to fly in New York, they're going to miss a big game while they're in New York, from one of the Dutch major teams. So what their team did, the Random Act of Kindness team, was when they landed in New York, they sent them, because they have all their travelling details, they sent them a book which has all the sports bars where you can watch the game in New York. What a wonderful thing at Christmas time for companies to be able to capitalise on that goodwill and do these random acts of kindness.
Now, when we talk about Christmas, the other thing I think, apart from Christmas presents, is big dinners. And that doesn't always do very well for the waistline. But as I understand, you've got some tips on how people can also make the most of getting healthy as well.
Well, that's always a Christmas problem, yeah, and this year technology is coming to help to solve that problem. So we've got a couple of things on the market, largely app-based on your mobile phone. So if your mobile phone doesn't take these apps, then that's a really nice Christmas present to give to yourself or to other people, because a lot of this new technology is driven back by apps. So we've got for new mums, yeah, a strollometer, yeah, which is directly targeted at looking at getting those extra pounds gained during pregnancy off. And you type that into their website, which is fitformum.com. We've also got Sleep on It, which monitors your sleep patterns. Yeah, it helps you sleep better. And then finally, Philips have come up with this Philips Direct Live, which is a little piece of technology that you wear, which helps to translate all those good deeds and those New Year's resolutions about I want to be fitter, I want to be healthier, into reality, because it measures what you do during the day and gives suggestions what you should do tomorrow.
And there's a big thing, isn't it, trying to make fitness fun? I guess this is all part of that bigger trend.
Well, it's also one of those things that the government have picked up on, because their recently launched campaign is about that people know what is good for them, but they're just not doing it. And it's about these enabling technologies bridging that gap between what I know is good for me and allowing me to do what's good for me.
And it's quite ironic, because I remember when computers first came out, everyone was worried we'd be sat in front of our desks and getting fatter and fatter. But this just goes to prove that that's not really the case.
Well, computers are part of the reason, but in this particular case, they're also part of the solution.
Okay. Professor Vince Mitchell of Cass Business School, thank you.